everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with what I'm hoping is going to be a real-time video. I'm going to try and complete the whole page on real-time. We will see how that goes. Today is April 4th. It's my last day before I go to work, so I have a ton of stuff I want to get done. Of course, I was super ambitious last night. I put aside a ton of page kits. These were already made, but I just put them on my desk saying, I can do that tomorrow, and I can get all my laundry done, and I can get, the floors washed and all that. But here it is, like 11 o'clock, and I haven't done one page, and I've just started doing laundry and that kind of stuff. So chances are I'm not going to be doing all of that, but I'll do as much as I can. And at a certain time of day, the sun comes around and is right here. We still haven't gotten a curtain for my window, which we're going to need to do, because as about from 2 to about 4, 5-ish, I can't scrap because the sun is right in here, and it's, it should be nice, right? But it's right here, so it's too much sun. Now, I took this out of the sleeve. Like, it was a kit that I had done a year ago. This is one that I got done last February or something like that, over a year now. Now, when I was at the crop, I obviously picked out of this because all I have left is this one sheet of pattern paper and a few embellishments. And that's fine, like I picked through to get another page done, and that's super okay. So what I did was I just went in my stash. This was still on my desk from prepping for the crop, because I wanted to put those two together, and I never did get a page done, but I didn't put it away because I wanted to do it next. So that worked out good. I got this. And then I went through what I had left at the crop, because what I do is every page I finish, I just kind of stick it in one of those bags, all the leftovers, and then I can, when I get home, I can just put everything away in different spots, like with the die cuts or whatever the case may be. But I haven't done that part yet, so I just went through it, and I found some stuff that I thought maybe might go with this. So I got these Chamel puffy stickers, a few embellishments that were just sitting at the bottom of the bag that I found kind of went. This is kind of outside-ish, zoo. I know it's zoo related, but the zoo crew could be my family. They can get a little wild. So to me, that works out good. I had this pattern paper from Basic Gray Clippings that I found I could, bring in, and that's another leftover, some leftover, I don't even know what this was. I think it was a heart, and maybe this, I don't know. Anyway, leftovers, leftover strips, sticker strips. Oops. There we go. And then some leftover dies. And then I have a tag here, some more sayings. And I believe this is all from the Bo Bunny collection, I think, which was all zoo related. But like I said, it can, they're being crazy. So it's the zoo crew. And then this I can use as an embellishment or journaling if I want to. More puffy stickers. And then a leftover of a green cardstock, which I thought would be really good. He's got green and brown on his t-shirt, which works really well with that. I just like the orange because of the fire and everything. And I just want to talk about how when we sit around the campfire, they get a little crazy, and we get a lot of laughter, And like I said, I'm going to try and do this live. If you hear the dog barking, we're trying to teach him, like usually when my son goes to school, we put him in his room because he gets anxiety. And the room is his sort of, because they said to put him in like a kennel, right? But in this new house, we've kind of made it so that the kennel is my son's room, which he's been fine, but we're trying to teach him to, because he's 3 now, like, you're not a puppy anymore. So we're trying to teach him to stay out in the house, but he's very jittery. So if anybody walks by the house, he'll start randomly barking, and I'll have to stop the recording and tell him to stop barking and come back. But he's going to be a good guard dog because nobody can walk, 100 feet from our house because he'll just bark his head off. So I think what I'll do is I'll use this as the background. I'll use this as a bigger layer, I guess, and then because I want to use some of this too because it's kind of, outdoorsy. I use this as a layer, this as or matting, this as a layer. So I'm just gonna decide how I'm gonna cut my photos, and how I cut my photos usually decides how I start matting. So if this one I start cutting and just leaving the fire, I know I don't have people there, not a lot, but you can see my husband here. This is my daughter's boyfriend when she was in high school. They stayed together for 4 years, and I think that's the year we brought the dogs, because I think that's Biscuit right there. I think. Maybe not. I didn't think we brought the dogs, but anyway. And this is my daughter sitting on a camping chair here, and my son must have been sitting next to me, and there he is. And of course, I'm taking the photos, so I'm not in the photographs. But what I can do, if I do end up, because there's a lot of black here, I don't need all that. And if I keep it 4x6, really, I can only do this, or I can do this. But if I cut down the photo, and I don't like to, I mean, sometimes I cover the whole thing, but this time I don't want to. So what I want to keep the brown and the green, like I said, because of a lot of the embellishments. But I think I'm going to cut this photo and then keep it like this. Maybe on this side. I don't know. He's not really looking out there. He's really facing here. But I find if I put him next to this, it's, I don't know, almost too busy. So I think I like it like that. So I'm going to cut this down. And while I'm doing this, I'll just kind of, I haven't done one of these in forever. I've been doing voiceovers, which today I have to do 2 voiceovers for tomorrow's video, which is, today's Tuesday, so for tomorrow, Wednesday's video. And then I have my DIY for Friday. And I didn't put one up last week because it wasn't completely done by the time I went to work. And then the entire time I was at work, I had a migraine and my back was killing me. So when I came home, I would have supper and I would go to bed. And then by Saturday, it's hard for me to do stuff on the weekend because, you know, the entire family's here, so you want to spend time with them. So we didn't do much. We wanted to go to the movies, which we didn't do. And so that was, I kind of wish we had done that because I want to go see Beauty and the Beast. But we can do it another weekend, I suppose. Okay, so do I want to mat on green and then on brown? Sure. So yeah, we didn't get to do that, but we really rested on Saturday night. Yes, Saturday night. Mason and my daughter came over for supper. They stayed till, I don't know, 8-ish, 8:30, and so that was fun. And then Sunday. Sunday, what we decided to do is, okay, the phone rang and just about made me jump out of my skin. It was just telemarketers, but it came in through my cell phone, and I record with my cell phone, so it just about made me jump out of my skin. So I'll have to make sure that I don't think that was recorded, because I think as soon as the phone starts ringing, it shuts off. But man alive. Yeah, like my husband would say, switch to decaf, because I just about jumped out of my skin. But anyway, what I started to say was what we want to start doing is sort of batch cooking, because when I work, it is so hard to eat right because we both work. I'm gone at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I don't get home till 7 at night. And so my husband is left to try to get supper on, and he doesn't get home till like 6:30, like maybe half an hour before me, because he goes in way later. He only goes in like for 9, right? So so he gets home about that time. But so a lot of times it's like, oh well, just buy something, and it's like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. So on Sunday, what we did was we made a huge batch of spaghetti sauce, which normally we would eat spaghetti for like, almost a week later, for like a week, and then, only put a little bit of it away. But this time we had supper that night, and then we put it away. So that was good. That's what we need to do. If we want to get ahead kind of on that kind of, to do that, like batch cooking, we need to be putting stuff away. And so, and then we also did, I don't know, they call it the diet soup maybe, I don't know, but it is cabbage, carrots, celery, onions, green peppers, and we put chicken, and then you put chicken broth and big tomatoes, diced tomatoes. And so we made a huge batch of that, and that we got to put in the freezer tonight. So then we'll have quite a few suppers that we can just kind of just take out and then eat. Now our next thing we want to do is stuff that we put in the crock pot, and so that's our next thing that we're going to do. I think we're going to do that next week. That you don't actually cook it. See, these we did together because you both of them you had to cook it and then freeze it. So we wanted to make sure to kind of get the hardest ones out of the way first. I don't know. My brain is kind of tired. I'm not liking it. Not that I did much these 4 days off, but just tired. Okay, I guess I could put it up against the back there so it cuts straight. Again, I'm not even sure what I'm doing. I'm cutting them bigger than I want them to be, and then that way I can cut away, but I can't add. Not very well anyway. Usually it's all choppy and you can do it, but I can cut the top of that off. I don't like that much. So let's cut that off. Leaving about the same amount as is around the rest. Yeah, I like that better. And then use a leftover as a embellishment cluster starter. I don't know, I find it's too big. Like the thing is too big. Okay, let's look at it from, let's say, the beginning. Okay. Like that King of the Jungle. Feel the call of the wild. I like all those. I like this too. I feel like I'm overthinking it. I don't like overthinking. Usually I just cut and go with it. Overthinking is not good. This is what happens. Right here. This is what happens when you overthink stuff. You get scrapper's block. Nobody likes scrapper's block. Don't like it that it goes right to the end. So let's not make it go right to the end. Let's cut off a thing. Okay. That can be where the journaling goes. Instead of on the top, I could put that there. I like that. See, these stickers I put on this wax paper a year ago. They're still coming off. Some of them, the wax paper, like that, the wax paper stays stuck to it, but it's not a big deal because you can just cut around it. So it worked fairly good. Okay. I like that saying, feel the call of the wild. Might not take the other part, but I like that. Okay, so if I do a cluster here, might not do this, I don't know. If I do, I'm gonna have to do something else to it because it's just too ick. Let's cut this off. Yeah, I like that a little bit. I think what I'm gonna do now, because once I start with the embellishments, I find it kind of, if it moves around too much, I get a little frustrated. So what I'm going to do is, I know I want to ink, oops, sorry, I want to ink the edges with some brown ink, and that is Mid-Tone Cup of Joe Hero Arts, one of my favorite inks. I use it all the time. Hopefully I have some refill for that. I don't know if I do. Hopefully I do. Because it feels like it's about due for a refill. I know I have a ton of refills. I just don't know for what inks I have refills. So yesterday I ordered, talking about ink pads, I ordered, it's called Media Sticks, and it's actually for like DVDs and stuff to put on your wall, and it's just like a long rack, and you just put a few screws, and then they had it with the what's it called? Stampin' Up inks. Yeah, the Stampin' Up inks, and that they're all like that in a row. Now I don't know if it'll fit the other inks. I'm going to try it when it comes in. I ordered enough to put my Stampin' Up inks on the wall, and if it fits my other inks, I'll be ordering more, and then I'll have an entire section of my scrap room where I can have my inks where they're displayed. And then if it fits this way, then I'll put the ink name here, and if it fits this way for, let's say, these, then I'll figure something out. You know, I'll put it here or something, so I know that I don't have to lift each and every single one of them to see what, you know, what color it is. I might, instead of putting the name, I might actually take a sticker and just put the color on a tab and stick it onto this. And then I'll see my sticker, my ink colors. Because I want to start using my stamps a little bit more. And I want to start using my inks. So I am setting up my room so that everything's a little bit more accessible, so that I'm not always reaching for the same thing over and over again. And to, you know, use everything that I've bought over the years. Now today, like I said, is April 4th. So on April 30th, yeah, so in 26 days, I'm going to another crop. And this one is an hour and a half away. And it's a sleepover one again. And I still have, like from the page kits I did before, I still have 20 of them done. 20 that are still ready. And I guess they're not just for the crop. They're the ones that I, like this, had prepared for last year. And then for the crop, I just found pictures for most of the kits and threw them in just in case I, you know, was super full of energy, and I ended up doing a lot of pages, which I ended up doing 10, which the 10 got done mostly in the first 2 days. The third day, which we had like 7 hours, I did nothing, like absolutely nothing. I finished a page, that's it, one page in like 8 hours, and that was fine. I guess my brain was just done. I had done 10 pages and I was happy with that. So I just ended up chatting and working on, there was a Project Life page that we had to do for the crop. So me, Barb, and Rachel, we worked on that, and that was fun. And so I didn't do any, but that's okay. Since I'm on the topic, it was so much fun. It was so relaxing. My friend and I ended up staying at Crop and Create, like at the hotel. So at the end of the night, we just go upstairs and go to bed and just sleep. It was so nice. See, I wasn't paying attention on how I had it before. Yeesh. It's all going to be covered. I know it's cringe-worthy, but I'm sort of being careful. Still ripping the paper, but once I glue it back down, you're not going to be able to see. Ugh, oops. Holy moly, I put a lot of glue on that. Let's just, there we go. And is it enough to stay now? I'm gonna have to glue this down, but I'll just make sure that there's I think my journaling thing is going here anyway, so that'll be covering that, but I'll just stick that down. I wish I could cut down that photo a little bit. I think I will. It's almost too big. I can't cut down the other photo because it's gonna, I'm just gonna eyeball it. It might be a little crooked. That's okay. So I just peeled the photo back and cut it down. There we go. I think I'm gonna like better how I should have done that instead of ripping that whole thing off, eh? Live and learn. I'm probably gonna end up sticking it in the exact same spot. Oh well. So yes, we had a bunch of fun. We totally enjoyed who we were sitting with, and I reconnected with some old friends that they used to come to my classes when I worked at a craft store here in Moncton 10 years ago, and they would come to the classes there, and the other one of them came to those classes. The other one came to my classes when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And so they were sitting at the same table as we were, so yay. So I kind of reconnected with Christine. Hi, Christine, if you're watching this. And then Linda. Hey, Linda. and then I made some new friends. And then Barb. I met Barb last year. We only talked a little bit last year because we were sitting at the different tables. But this year we were sitting at the same tables. One of the videos I mentioned that I was going by myself. This was before my friend decided to also go. And Barbara was super sweet and put my name to sit at her table so that I wouldn't be sitting alone. So that was super sweet of her, and I really appreciated that. And I got to meet some of her friends. One of them is her niece, and it's Rachel that I mentioned a while ago. And I'm going to have pictures that I'm going to be doing because we took table pictures. We were table number 10, so we took pictures of our table and everybody that sat at our table. And then there was Carmen. I've met her a few times, I think, but we never sat down and talked. And this time around we talked. We even went to supper one night, which I think I have a picture of that. I think my friend has the picture. I'll have to ask her to send it to me over message. And went to supper with Barb and her crew, and we forgot to take a picture. It was our first night, but anyway, so there was Kristen, there was Carmen, there was Linda, there was Colette, there was Cecilia, her mom, which I think is so cute when it's mom and daughter scrapping. And then there was myself, my friend Evelyn. Then there was Nicola, which we barely saw her. She took classes the whole time, but we had fun with her when she would stop by for a few minutes, but in between classes. And then there was Barb, and then there was Rachel, and then there was Jen, which Jen was sitting kind of far away, so I didn't get to talk to her much, but we were sitting at the same table, so that was fun. And then on table 11, which was just like we were table 10, table 11, Tracy Banks, which is Mercy Tierra here on YouTube, she was sitting there, and the people at her table were, I think, a little late risers. So the couple of mornings Tracy was there super early, and we were too, so we would chat with her because she was sitting at her table all by her lonesome for a few hours. So we'd chat with her, and there was quite a few times just going by and chatting. So it was a lot of fun. It was so needed. I needed that so much. And before I went there, I decided that I was going to the other one. I'm like terrible today. I'm just ripping stuff up and nothing is going the way I want to. Yeah, I decided to go to the one in April. So that's in Quispamsis, which is an hour and a half away, and it's at a hotel. And Karen, which usually she came to the Crop and Create last year, she couldn't come this year because she was on vacay. She's coming to that one, so that'll be fun to see her there. That'll be so fun. And I think Julie's going too, which is another friend that we usually sit down together when we go at crops. So I can't wait for that. That's in 26 days and counting. So I'm going to start. I'm not going to wait till the last minute to get ready for that crop, because the last time that didn't work out well. I had ordered because I hurt my back the week before the crop, and that's why I couldn't get ready the way I wanted to. So I ordered a heating pad, like an electric one, on Amazon, and I have Amazon Prime, so it was like, yep, you'll have it before. But of course there was storms and I didn't get it before, but I'll have it for this time. And I mean, it wasn't wasted. I use it all the time. For some reason, my back, that's what was the matter last week too, was my back, and I had a migraine. But so it'll be good to have that. And I might order the neck one too. This feels crooked. Like super crooked. I don't know why. So I think I'll try to order the neck one also, so that I'll have the back and the neck one. So yes, kind of going back and forth between what I'm talking about here, but Crop and Create was a lot of fun, and like I said, I want to scrap about it really soon. It's just today I know I don't have a lot of time. I have so much to do before I go back to work tomorrow, and it's a 5-day rotation. It's actually my extra day, and where I'm losing my day shifts and I'm going back to my old rotation, I'm going to have 2 extra days almost in a row. I'm going to have an extra day, and then I just do like 1 or 2 rotations, and then I have another extra day. Yay. But anyway, my extra day was supposed to be next Friday, but I switched it with a girl so that at least I would have a little bit more time before I have to put extra days again. So it's tomorrow instead of next Friday, which is nice, because the next week I get a whole lot more done if I have my days off during the week. Because then my husband and my son are at school and at work, and then I can get a bunch of stuff done. Maybe that's what was going on. This was off, so it was making it look kind of wonky. There we go. Okay, so I got a cluster here. I might just keep my clusters right like that. Super close to the photo. Let me see what I can find. I think I like that Zoo Crew thing, because I'm going to talk about how crazy we all get. Now this summer, we're planning on, I got to get on the treadmill, man, since I'm talking about that. We're planning on doing 2 mountains. One is within our province. It's a few hours from here. It's Mount Carlton, and it takes 3 hours up and down. So it's not a huge mountain, but we are going to be taking Mason. So he's really excited. My daughter and her are preparing for it. They're going on, the other day they went on a 4K hike. So 4 kilometers. And he did it. So we told him he had to, practice, and so that he doesn't get too tired. And he really wants to climb a mountain with us, so he's training. I need to follow his suit because I'm going to be the one struggling here. But so yeah, so we're going to do that. And the other one we're going to do is going to be in the States, but it's only a few hours from here. And I'm going to do that one with my other daughter and some friends, I believe. And that one is Mount Katahdin, which is about 5 hours from here. And that one takes a little longer. It takes about 5 up and down, I think, or 4 up and down, something like that. So, so 2 mountains. So yeah, I got to start. That's too green. I got to start getting on the treadmill and getting ready for that, because I'm gonna be in a whole lot of pain, I think, if I don't. There we go. Some other stuff. Oh, we were looking the other day. I think we're gonna get a zoo season pass, because Mason absolutely loves to go there just to walk around. It's so beautiful there. There's no bugs, like it's just, and it gives my daughter something to do with him too, when they have nothing to do. So we're going to get a family pass that will include him and Josh, so Josh can come a few times this summer, and then we'll get one for my daughter so she can take him all summer. So just, you know, if it's nice and they just even have just an hour, you know, she can make it, or a couple of hours, she can just make a picnic and just go and hang out at the zoo. So we were looking at that. So I think we're going to get that super, I think I'm going to hide the love there. I'd rather have the zoo cruise. I think I'll have that. That'll be my title. And let me see, what else can I put on this layout? What else has been going on? I'm slowly finishing putting my boxes away, because I kind of ran out of recollections containers. So I've been buying a couple at a time, and because I really want stuff to be really separated and really organized. So I'm kind of really, you know, taking my time and making sure that everything is where it needs to be and everything's going to have a spot, but you need containers for that. And so it's slowly getting there. I have a lot, I'd say a lot of the stuff that I use a lot of the time is out. And eventually I'll get the rest of the stuff out, and that's a-okay. So I think I want to put that here. I'm still doing a ton of reading. Today I'm going to put up another book haul. I'm loving all the new books that are coming out, so I've bought quite a few books. And up to now, I think I've read 26 books since January. So that's a pretty decent amount. My Goodreads goal for this year is 80 books. And if I keep up this pace, I'll probably blow that right out of the water. But I imagine, you know, in the summer, it'll probably go down. But January I read 9 books. February I read 9 books. In March I read 8, one less. And in April, so that's what? That's 18, 26, yeah. Right? Yeah. And so I'm on book 27 right now, and I'm almost done. I'm going to finish it today. And I'm about 13% done another book too. So that one I'll probably get it up to, I don't know, maybe 35, 20, probably only 20% tonight, because I got to finish that other one too. So I'll probably finish that other one because it's super short. It's only like 200 and some pages. It's just I've only been reading a couple chapters because I'm reading quite a bit. I'm reading Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and I have it in a physical book. So when I get to the point where I want to read, but I want the light off, then I read on my Kindle because it makes me really sleepy, and then I fall asleep. So that's the reason. Most of the time, the reason I read 2 books is because of that. Is because I don't have that first book on Kindle or on my iPad, and after a while, I need to turn that light off so that I can fall asleep. So I've been reading the Kindle book really slowly. Just reading a chapter or 2 and then falling asleep. So there. I need something here. What? Maybe this round sticker. They're all coming apart, so I'll just do this. Yeah, so I said that once in a while I'll upload a real-time video because I find, you know, I've had quite a few people ask me about Mason, that I haven't mentioned Mason lately, but I find with the 10-15 minute videos, it's like, it's going to be quick, right? So I usually just talk about the page and maybe something that's coming up, but not too much. So the real-time videos, I mean, I got to chat for an hour, so it gives me a bit more time to chat about different stuff. But Mason is doing really well. He's growing. Holy moly. We went to our friend's house the other night and he came along because they hadn't met him yet. They're the friends I was saying that, you know, we used to hang out all the time, and then we haven't seen them basically since I started working where I work. Not as long, I think it's been like 8 years or whatever, but still a long time. So they hadn't met Mason yet. So we went over there for supper. Both my daughters came. Josh didn't want to go. But anyway, he'll come next time. And and Mason and their son was there, and he's 26. So Mason talks a lot. Like, he doesn't talk like a little kid. He talks like an adult. He really does. Anyway, so he was asking him what grade he was in. And Mason was like, I don't go to school. So he's like, what? How old are you? I'm 4. He's like, couldn't believe it, you know, because he just talks so much. And like I said, he sounds like a little adult. The other night when they came over, he was playing with Josh. He loves Josh, absolutely adores him. So he was playing with Josh, so I just went in my room, I don't know, just to figure out what book I was going to read next or something. And I was just sitting on my bed, and he comes in and just starts chatting like he's like a 10-year-old or something. He's just so funny. Then I was talking to him about, you know, that we want to do the mountain and he's got to get ready. And, oh, he was just chatting up a storm. So, oh, I have my little wild sticker. Put that because the word wild is there. The word wild is there, and I want to put it there. Why not? I'll put some of these. That looks like a globe. You know how the globe is all separated? That's what it reminds me of. Whether it's that or not, I don't know. But that's what it reminds me of. So, and here we were traveling. Just trying to see where it would fit better. I'll leave it there for now while I think about it. I like the color of that. That's pretty close. Remember I said my family was wild? So this says family. So we will put that here somewhere. Family, and then I'll put some little enamel dots. And that's a sticky or a puffy sticker. So I think I'm good with that. I think I'm good with that. See if there's any other words. I feel this is missing something. I don't know what. What is it missing? Don't know, I don't know. Just feel like it's lacking in something. Just to finish off that corner. Okay, let's see. See what else I could put there. I don't know. See, I like it better with this, but I'm not. It introduces, well, I guess that looks almost black. I would just have to add something here. There's black in that. There's black in this, so, okay, and there's black up here. Okay, maybe I can just cut this in half and then use it somewhere else. Just find it kind of finishes that a little bit more. That's too different, but I feel like I need something right there. Sheesh. Okay. But if I just move this over. There. Yeah, I like that a whole lot better. So now I just got to add some enamel dots. No, I'll just go with this is roundish, this is roundish, and this is roundish. I like it. Okay, now enamel dots. Am I going to go with brown or am I going to go with I think I'm liking the orange. I don't have a lot though. Huh. Well, that sucks. But if I mix it. Okay. And then a little brown one. And then down here, oops. Okay, and I'm going to do my journaling here. I think I'm going to call it done. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff stuck to the bottom. I guess I had a couple of these too that I had put. I'll just use them on another page because I used the enamel dots, so I'll use them on another page. Okay, so that's it. I'm done with this page. Do I want to put splatters? How about if I ink the edges? So let's do that. Yeah, like that. It makes it pop a whole lot more. Okay. All right, I think I'm not going to put splatters. I'm just going to leave it like that, super clean. And now I'm going to take a break and go do some laundry. Thanks for watching. Bye.